Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Lego city is not going to build itself. So in today's video, we're finally going to kickstart this project because I've made a couple of orders and it's time to start making some room and cleaning this up and start formulating a plan on what the heck we're going to do with this Lego city, because in all truth of this, I really want to make this a part of the Lego channel. So in today's video, we're going to be cleaning this up and getting ready for some big moves and major changes to happen. Now, I would like to start building and working on this, but we got a lot of preparation that we're going to talk through in today's video before we can make that. So if that interests you, stick around, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let's jump straight on into it. Not to go in a rabbit hole, but I'm going to start things off with pulling all of these drawers out and organizing what the heck we even have over here. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I know there's a handful of drawers that are pretty much well sorted. Like these are 1x1 bricks. These are 1x1 bricks with, like, I don't know, different attachments to them. Pretty much well sorted. 1x2 bricks and so on. But a lot of them are just not cohesive, right? Like here's a random drawer of just miscellaneous parts next to one that's sorted. So let's get all our random stuff in one area and all of our sorted pieces in another area. And then whenever we do get time, we could sort pieces and just organize it better and be able to use parts. Now, I do have some different size cases here. Like these are all the larger Sterilite cases. And then over here, we have some of the smaller ones. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'd actually just like to potentially just get rid of the smaller ones. I don't really need them. It's kind of like a little bit of wasted space, as the other ones are designed to fit just perfect under this table. But I don't know, for now, we're just going to make do and make this work. After that, we're going to be discussing Mills plates as well as cleaning off this table and starting to prep what the heck we're going to do over here. I just have to show off two of the orders we're going to be currently waiting on as we progress through today's video. Now, I won't include the delivery of these, but they should be coming here in a couple of weeks or so. The first one is, yes, different radius train tracks that we ever so wanted for the longest time. More on that in a future video, but just get excited because we're going to have nice parallel train tracks in our Lego city. Moving on forward, our next order is from Lego.com. What could it be? Well, nice little $154 worth of pick-a-brick. Now, what are all those pieces for? Well, we'll see later in our methods for doing Mills plates. Maybe this was an expensive route, but I've got it to $12 and roughly 80 cents per plate. Now, I know that's a little expensive for all the plates we're going to need, but if you have any better ideas, let me know in the comments below, as I only ordered about 10 plates worth. In other news, we're almost at 134,000 subscribers, so click subscribe so this number can go up. As we begin the transformation of moving all of these drawers in and out and organizing, I thought I'd start with organizing all the pieces that were already sorted into their individual bins and kind of like an ascending order. So like 1x1 studs are in the top left corner, a 1x2 bricks are in the next drawer below it, followed by more additional 1x2 bricks, then 1x4 bricks, 1x6, and so on. I think this grouping just kind of makes sense. So this whole section here that's your camera facing side will be sorted and inventoried of basically sorted Lego pieces, and then we could then use these for building mocks or whatever we got to do next. Now, unfortunately, on the other side where the camera isn't really stationed, there's going to be maybe 16 drawers or 15, somewhere in that estimate, just completely unsorted Lego bricks. That's probably going to require many hours worth of sorting bricks. So if you know anybody, let me know. That is just countless hours of work to just sort Lego bricks that we'll probably end up using just to go into our mock stations anyways. But I really like these bigger Sterilite containers. I think they just make a lot more sense because you could stuff a lot of room and have just a ton of pieces get stored up in there. And to be honest, we have amassed quite a bit of loose Lego pieces, so it makes sense to use the big Sterilite cases rather than the small ones. And as I showed earlier in today's video, I have quite a few of these smaller Sterilite containers that I just don't know what I'm going to do with because I feel like I've outgrown them a little bit. And even the drawers of these larger Sterilites have gotten extremely full, whether it's miscellaneous parts or even assorted Lego pieces. But now that that's done, we can jump on top of the Lego table and start cleaning out the actual top of this Lego table as we make room for the layout of our Lego city as we await parts. So first things first, get rid of our Santa Fe Super Chief that we oh so dearly enjoy, and then we could start picking up a lot of these base plates that were just stationed out here just to give this room a little bit better of a look rather than a blank table just sitting there and doing nothing. Now you'll also notice the Mills plate sitting here in the front end of the table. This was just a test example of some loose pieces I had to build Mills plate. If you guys have any advice for Mills plates at a cheap alternative, let me know in the comments below. I'll be sure to give it a thought. But as I mentioned earlier and showcased, I ordered quite a bit of parts for around under $13 per base plate, basically to get us built up on mills. But allowing us to do mills will give us so much more flexibility in mocking our own new Lego city. So I'm pretty adamant about doing it. I think it's just time to kind of experience that. So I'm pretty excited for that. And hopefully that goes smoothly as we get those parts in. But I'll definitely update the channel as we get those parts in to make our own video about the Mills plate and if it's even worth it from my perspective. But here I have a bunch more straight train tracks, and truthfully with 3 train layouts going around this table, potentially we'll run out of these straight train tracks and I might need to buy more. And that's saying quite a bit because I've amassed quite a few different Lego trains over the last few years. So I definitely have a ton of train track laying around this house, but already have flew through all those straight tracks. Now, I did have a pile that was pretty dusty, so I just used my handy dandy vacuum and it kind of works pretty good to get a lot of that grimy dust off those train tracks. But I'm just kind of stationing out, mapping what it's probably going to look like for 3 train tracks rolling here on the 2 sides here. I just want to get the rough layout out as we waver pieces. I don't want to get anything too finalized because a lot is going to change as we get those parts, and I don't want to finalize anything as we don't really have the foundation or the Mills plates to even build on yet. So that's step 1, and then finally getting our layout is, after that step, that we could even start building the official Lego. As we are still waiting for that parts order and train tracks to arrive, I figured I'd go ahead and lay out the table and run you through some of my ideas. Well, first thing to start things off is our table is going to be 5 base plates deep, and I think running across, if I remember correctly, I think it was 13 base plates or 12 and a half that we can get stretched out across. So we'll have to play that by year as we go through it. Now, I don't want to go our typical base plate route. I want to make this Lego city, a train city, unique to this channel and work with you guys on this just about, every week or every other week, kind of bringing huge updates and actually making it fully 100% mocked. Now, the only thing I don't really intend to mock is maybe a couple of the Bricklink Designer train stations, as well as the train locomotives themselves. For now, I absolutely love and adore the Santa Fe Super Chief. I made a whole video saying how much I enjoyed the sets and how much I paid for that massive collection. So I really want to run those around my Lego city. However, we're doing things a little bit different. I want to make this train city 3 trains deep, meaning 1, 2, 3 train tracks. But obviously, the standard train track here is not going to work, right? Because another curved piece would essentially just be the exact same radius. An example would be to use this exact same radius. It just really wouldn't work. Now we can get like half straight tracks and basically integrate it to make it almost the right radius we need, but I just don't think that's adequate. So I went ahead and ordered different radius train tracks that I'm waiting on that'll make this exactly the radius we're looking for. Now, another solution, if you really wanted to stay with exactly Lego train tracks, would to be use this extremely ugly flex track. And to be honest with you, a lot of the trains deal rail with this flex track, including the Maersk or even the Emerald Knight, and even a lot of times the Santa Fe. So I'm really not interested in this stuff. It's a great fix if you just have like a Lego train layout going around the floor, but I'm really going for more of a professional, Lego mock city here. And I think I could do better than this stuff right here. So I'm not going to be using that. I'm not going to be using the standard radius. I'm going to be doing something completely different. So are we waiting for all those? I've mapped out 3 train tracks, which will be a huge tri-level layout around our Lego city, but it doesn't just stop there. I'm not going to be using the standard boring base plates. Like I said, I want to be making our own mock city. So I went ahead and ordered about 10 plates worth to make Mills plate system. I think the whole total came out to like $12 and like 80 cents, maybe 50 cents. So $12.50 we'll call it for a base plate. Now that is a quite expensive considering I'll probably need, I don't know, 100 base plates or so. That would be $1,250 just right there in Mills base plates, not even doing anything to this Lego City. So that's really, really expensive. And I don't know if that's going to be the complete solution, but I figured I'd test the waters and I ordered about 10 worth to get things going. So I want to be doing that. That way I can connect them. You can see how strong and sturdy this bad boy is. It does break through if I really put some pressure on it, but I used these smaller plates for this one, whereas the new one I ordered just 4 plates that'll cover this entire thing. So that I'm really excited for. Now, the one thing to kind of consider when doing this is it's going to be a little bit tough. We're basically going to have to do, I guess I didn't think about this so well through, but this is too small for all of our train tracks to ballast on. So basically we're going to have to do 2 of these for each train track is kind of what it's going to come out to be. I don't know. I kind of just want to build all of these on here and then place them all together and then build our train track and try to make it as universal as we can. But we'll see and tackle that road as we get there. But that's probably enough progress for this video, and probably going to wrap it up from my night here working down in the Lego room. I have some other things I need to take care of, and to be honest, I'm just sitting here waiting on parts for the most part anyway, so I think it just makes sense to hold out a little bit before I start making really digesting plans. But I am going to say this, I'm extremely excited to continue to work on this train layout. Now, I am going to make a whole like mountain area and probably my own skyscrapers above in an elevated position, and I think that's going to be really cool, but we'll focus more on that in a future video when we get this to Lego City, at least the layout based in and dialed in a little bit. And who knows, maybe at one point we'll add an elevated train to this bad boy as well. So for now, that's going to wrap it up, our Lego City update, and probably one of the first and early ones for this brand new Lego room update. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you like the series, and we'll continue onwards. I'm Christopher from Stud City. Love you guys. Peace out.